In this movie, I want to take a look at the source viewer and just look at its functionality for core editing functions. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so I think we've seen that when you double click in the project panel, whatever you click on opens in the source viewer. And that's our chance to look deeply at this particular clip. So the playhead here moves us through the clip. And there's a really great keyboard shortcut here that I'd ask everyone to try, and it's J, K, and L. If you lay your fingers on J, K, and L, so your middle finger is on K and your ring finger is on L, what you have is another way to shuttle through the footage. So if I click L, I go forward. L again speeds up and it speeds back up. And then J slows down and goes eventually into reverse. This is like the speed up buttons on your DVR or something like that, right? One click goes forward, another, hitting it again speeds up, and you get about 3 levels of speeding up and 3 levels of slowing down. So with a longer piece of footage, this becomes really convenient. Also, the space bar is also always start stop. So it's just a really good way to scroll through footage using JKL in space. Notice this drop down here. Some students get thrown off. They see their footage and it looks a little blurry. This is for the quality of the footage. So if this is set down at a quarter or a half, when you play, you might, I don't know if you notice it here, but you might see just a little bit of blurriness. And that's just a way of micromanaging the power of the computer, right? If you're on full and it starts to stagger on you, right? Like, it's just basically having trouble playing it back, whatever footage you're trying to play back. And if you drop that down to half or a quarter, it'll play smoothly. If you're at half or a quarter and it's looking blurry or a little fuzzy and that's annoying you, try moving it up to full and it'll look sharper. And then the main thing that we do here is mark in and out. What portion of a clip do we want to use? So if I want this little cute head nod, I might do in, look at that portion, and then out. And then this is the portion that I can make with an edit, that I can edit onto my timeline. And you can edit onto the timeline. A lot of people like to just drag right from the video itself. So dragging, you see how the fist kind of closes? I'm carrying it down there and I place it where I want. That's a good technique. You also have overwrite, which moves it down onto the timeline wherever the playhead is. So it's overwrite in the sense of if I put it there, it's going to write over that clip. See, overwrite just obliterates whatever's there. Oh, by the way, I'm going to use a little friend called undo or Command Z, pretty convenient. And you also have insert. And then you have one other really neat trick here. So not everyone knows about. You see these two little buttons? This will pull just the video, not the audio, for like a cover shot. This will pull just the audio, not the video. It also switches to looking at the audio waveforms. But more importantly, it, for our purposes, pulls just the audio down if you just want someone's voice without their picture. Okay, so just remember the point of the source viewer is to look deeply at one clip, one detail, and make some marks on it to prepare it for being edited down below. And don't forget about JKL and spacebar. It's really a fast way to review footage.